So if you're like me and fell in love with the Tesla Model 3's white interior, but have concerns about how to keep it clean and how to protect it, well, in today's video, we're going to show you specifically how to remove gene transfer from the Tesla Model 3 white seats and how to protect it. All coming up right now. Here is some of the gene transfer that I'm talking about. You can see the little ripples here in the seat, or the waves. That is actually the dye of the gene rubbing off on the interior of the seat. Now, it did not come onto the front. It's just on the side bolster here, where I guess I apply a lot of pressure and maybe moving around. But all in all, the interior has been holding up very, very well, but I really want to get this taken care of and then come back with a protectant so I don't have to worry about this moving forward. So to give you an overall view of the interior, it actually is in really good condition for 16,000 miles. And I drive this car each and every day. And I have a 4-year-old who sits back here with food and markers and crayons and pens. And it is held up very, very well. But this gene transfer here needs to be removed so I can get this seat completely protected and not have to worry about the longevity of this beautiful white interior. All right, everybody, so I wanted to introduce you to Mike from Horizon Detail, who's going to go over the process of what we're going to do first to remove the gene stain and any other stains in the seats, and then how we're going to go about protecting it. So Mike, why don't you go over those processes and steps for us?
Sure. My name is Mike Medin. I'm with Horizon Detail. We're based in Crown Point, Indiana, and the steps we're going to be going through, like Jerry was just saying, is we're going to we're going to remove the gene transfer from the seats, and from there we're going to go through and do our pre-coat process, which removes all the waxes, oils, buildup, anything that would prevent our ceramic coating, the protection step, from adhering to the surfaces. And then that third step is to actually go ahead and apply the coating and protect it.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the product individually so you guys have an idea of what we're using for each and every step that we're going to be going through here in the video, so you have an understanding of how everything is going to work. And obviously we're going to go through the steps as we move through the process to make sure that everything is cleaned, and then we're going to go ahead and protect it. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look at the products we are going to use.
Perfect. So what we've got here, first up, is we're using product by IGL Coatings. IGL Coatings is a leading global manufacturer of green products, green focused products, low to no VOCs. The cleaner we're going to be using is their IGL Coatings Eco Clean Multi. You can see here it's a soy-based all-purpose cleaner. It is the best all-purpose cleaner that I've found so far, and we love it. We're going to use this at a diluted ratio, approximately 1 to 7, 1 to 8. That would be 1 part multi to 7 to 8 parts of water, so it's pretty diluted. And we're going to use that, like I was saying, to first clean the surface, so we're going to remove the gene transfer with that. From there, we're going to move into IGL Coatings PRECO. Now this product is included in our leather coatings kit, and it comes with everything you need to actually install the coating. So we've got our PRECO product. What you do with this is kind of the first step in the coating process, if you will. We use this to remove any kind of oils, greases, waxes, any kind of buildup that might be left behind after cleaning it. We do that because those things will prevent the bonding of the coating to the seats. So after we do that, we're going to move into our actual leather coating, and that's this product here. This is IGL Coatings EcoCoat Leather. Not to be confused with Eco Shine Leather, which we'll get to in a second, but this is the ceramic coating, and the standard install for a ceramic coating is 2 coats. And we want to do the first coat and then wait a couple hours before we do the second coat. So that's going to be kind of the high level of that process. What you can expect with this afterwards is about 12 to 24 months of extended protection. That's the real key benefit of using a ceramic coating versus, say, a spray-on or other type of repellent for leathers. Brings us to this last product, which is EcoShine leather. This is included in the kit not to condition the leather before you put the coating on. You actually are using this as your just-in-case product. What I'm talking about is when you're doing ceramic coatings, you can run into a problem called high spots. High spots is just a way of explaining if the coating were to be thicker in one spot than the other, and you'll see what we refer to as a high spot. It stands out in the light. You can use this to buff those out the next day, or after your coating process is done and it's had a minute or two to cure. You'll use this to kind of come out and buff out any high spots you may have. This is step one. We're gonna use IGL Multi to remove all the heavier soil that you'll see on the seat, and then also to target the gene transfer, which is in here and kind of in this area here.
Okay, so we have finally finished the first step of cleaning the interior, and it actually turned out quite well. It did not completely remove the gene transfer, but it got very, very close. And I think at this point, it's just a wear and tear thing. It's embedded into the seat at this moment, but for the most part, it did a fantastic job removing everything that it needed to. So now that we can go ahead and move on to the second step, which is the pre-coat, which will get us ready for the ceramic coating that we will be applying.
Well, we're back, and we're getting ready to do our second step in the process, our pre-coat step. But before we get there, I wanted to touch on a couple of things from the first step. We actually ran into a slight issue with the dilution of IGL Multi. It was a little weaker than we needed, so what we did was we upped it from, it was about 1 to 7 to 1 to 8 before, and I got it to about 1 to 4, 1 to 5, and then we also switched out brushes to a little bit finer of a brush, and we were able to significantly reduce it to where it is now. And so we're just going to get right into the second step here, which again is our pre-coat step. And what this is we use IGL pre-coat. What we're going to do is just spray it on the microfiber towel, and then we're going to just wipe it over the surface to coat. And again, what we're doing here is just removing any oil, grease, or wax buildup that might prevent the coating from bonding with the surface. Finished the second step. We've got the seats pre-coated and ready for our leather ceramic coating. IGL Coatings ECOCOAT leather. We're going to get ready to apply it to the seat, and the main benefits of this coating, of this product, aside from the fact that it'll last 12 to 24 months on your leather, is that it protects against staining, spills. It also protects, has a UV inhibitor, so it protects against UV deterioration, UV fade, things like that. And then the other thing I wanted to touch on is how easy it is to keep clean. you can basically wipe your seats clean now with a damp cloth, and it'll restore it back to this coating. So we're going to get started on step 3, our coating process, and we're going to show you real quick how to actually get started. So we're going to prime our applicator. This is the standard IGL Coatings applicator that comes in the kit. It's just a thin microfiber with a sponge backing, and what we're going to do is just take our product and spread just a little bit out. Oops, just a little bit out over the center of the applicator. And what we're going to do in our first coat is just put a very kind of like light application. I'm barely touching the surface with it because I want to spread this out as much as I possibly can for our first coating. And you'll see it just kind of soaks right into the leather. And I'm going to do a nice back and forth process the long way. And I'm going to work my applicators into those spots. And I'm going to spread it out as much as possible, and then I'm going to do what's called a crosshatch. So I'm going to go the short way back and forth. What this does is ensures complete coverage over the substrate, or over the surface, in this case the leather seat.
Okay, so here is the seat completely finished and coated. It looks absolutely beautiful. Again, there's the little bit of gene transfer that did not come out, but it is so much better than what it was. And now I feel better because the seat is completely protected. And we are going to go ahead and continue on with the rest of the interior so that we are all fully protected against all stains, spills, and UV. All right, everybody, so there you have it. There is the process that we use to clean the interior, prep the interior, and to coat the interior. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna link all the information of the products down below so you don't have to write it down or remember what we were using. We'll get in the specific details about what that is. If you are interested in ordering it, Mike's gonna go ahead and provide some Facebook information down to me so you can go ahead and pre-order that stuff directly from him. And if you have any questions pertaining to the video specifically as it relates to the process, the product, or anything in between, comment down below and let us know. We appreciate you all tuning in. We hope you found the video useful. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Thanks for tuning in.